Hi guys, welcome back to chapter 22. Now this chapter will be a really short chapter. We will be focusing on just this particular shot, which is our scene lighting. And scene lighting is just like environment lighting. They're the same thing. So to light your environment, there are several things you have to watch out for. First is that the environment lighting has to make sense. The lights do come from realistic settings, such as here you have a light that is coming from a street lamp, so therefore we have this lamp, and then for this lamp we added a little one over here, and then we have a light that goes like this. So the main thing is that it has to come from a source that is believable. And for the top here, I added a light, which you can see here. It's a light over here that kind of shines down on the building. And then when you look at it from this angle, you can think about it as lighting from the window that's lit on top, or maybe there's like a sign or something on top, as well as maybe it's from the opposite building. So then this is also a light source that is believable, and it can make the atmosphere of the entire shot more interesting, as well as lighting up the little details that we have around our scene. Okay, so and the next thing about an environment shot is that it's there to create our composition. So here we have the lighting here, which creates the composition of our frame. And this light here is to further the frame, because then there's lighting on the side, whereas without it, it'll fade into sort of black and you won't see too much of the frame. And next, our composition here is to have a line that's like this, and it shines on our character, which you can see here on her legs. It's being shown, because without it, it'll be pretty dark and there's nothing in our scene like this, and you won't see the amount of details here, some little story related detail here, and the entire scene would feel that this part is really dark and bland, whereas we lit with a street lamp, and then we also made it so it's part of the composition. And here as well, there's a line coming down here, which not only creates a counterbalance to our line from the street lamp, they point towards our character, so like little pointers, but at the same time it lights up the little details we have here, which is the beer, and then the little detail here, which are her shoes, as well as you also get the little profile lighting on the side of her leg. And then this is sort of like the key light that is shining now on her legs, and then you have sort of the side lighting or rim lighting that are highlighting the other side of her legs. So those are some of the things that we think about when we're doing our environment lighting. Okay, next is that for the environment lighting, obviously faking is also necessary, just like our character lighting. For example, here's a shot. Here's a light that's there to light up our character, because another really important part of the environment lighting is lighting up our main part of or actually it's for lighting up the event or the conflict, so our eyes can draw towards that conflict. So here it's here to light up the character, or else she'll just be a dark silhouette. As well as these lights are added so that, because from this one source you would not light up the entire scene here, just like what we talked about in the previous chapter about adding light on top of an emissive. Yeah, we're adding light here on top of the emissive texture, so that we're creating a light here that shines up the entire corner, as well as a light that sweeps over to light our character and the beer props on the ground here. And for this scene, I know that when we were building this scene, we were using a lot of HDRI, and we had this at 0.1 or 0.01. But adding it is fine. It makes the scene a little lighter. But then there are problems that when we get to our shot that are over here, where you can see a bit of the building. Now the building, we did make the model, but it's not detailed enough. So in this case, I chose to have the strength here at 0 so that it would be completely dark and we would only see a bit of the window lights shining through. And also when we're doing this shot, so that's regarding the use of HDRI. Because a lot of times for environment shots, we tend to use HDRI because it mimics the best outdoor lighting, and it gives you a nice sky dome. But in this case, we're not ending up using any because it's a night scene, and we added the necessary amount of lights for our shots. So yeah. We are near the end of this chapter. It's really, really short. So let's summarize the 3 points for environment lighting. One is to make sure that the focus is lit so that our eyes can clearly see what is going on. Second is that so we create the necessary atmosphere and mood. For example, this kind of dark, bluish, greenish light along with the water, it would just seem like it makes sense. It's like a dark part of the city or something. And the third point is that the lines cast from the rays that form the light and shadow, these can be part of our composition, which can make our entire shot look really, really interesting. So yeah. That is all for lighting up the environment, and I will see you guys in the next chapter. Bye bye for now.